Hey, Roger Martin here from Billings, Montana. There's so much more going on than we know about. This Paradise Fire, microwave technology, burning those houses, but not the vegetation. This looks like it was pretty delicious.
Q, I wanted to say one thing real quick because there's still a lot of people out there that are just like, oh, Q's fake or he's a LARP or whatnot. But it's been interesting since we've been doing this show. We've been getting a lot of attention from all kinds of different people and some pretty high-level security people. And the interesting thing is they have told us that the CIA, the FBI, the NSA cannot figure out who Q is. So it's like, okay, if this is just some dude on a computer, why can't the CIA after a year already figure, like no one knows who he is? So like to us, it's very clear that this is not just some LARP or just some group of people that are just having fun. Like to us, it seems very clear that these are very, very high-level officials or somebody within a very close community around Trump, around Trump's circle, that have very, very specific, detailed information. And the other thing I found so fascinating is with Corey and Wilcock, they both said that they have to wait until Q posts something to basically get the briefings that they previously had, which kind of tells us that, okay, these guys seem pretty legit because otherwise they would still be out for themselves, like trying to give updates themselves. But it's like their channel has been cut off as well. And so it's like everybody's kind of now listening to what Q says. And then, Corey he said, after something happens, Q will post something and then he kind of gets a briefing afterwards, but not really much before anymore. So I found that really, really fascinating. And I'm just wanting to hear kind of your take on, for the people who don't believe, like what would you say to these people?
Well, I think Q represents a group of U.S. military intelligence officials that are very close to the Trump administration. And they were
Not only Q military intelligence, but high-level intelligence and some good information. Trump is listening to these guys, and Flynn is connected with this, which is interesting. One reason they got him out of there as soon as they could, the deep state, on false and spurious charges, is because of his high-level military intelligence.
set up by Michael Flynn. Michael Flynn was Trump's first national security advisor. Flynn previously was the head of the Defense Intelligence Agency. And interestingly enough, the Defense Intelligence Agency was the agency responsible for this document that I
Defense Intelligence Agency. He was the head of that Defense Intelligence Agency. Interesting.
was talking about, that talked about Tesla and so forth. So Flynn is involved in all of that. He knows all of that. So he was the one that set up around Trump a group of people that would basically provide him high-level intelligence about what is really going on and would protect him and basically insulate him from the efforts from the deep state to kind of like compromise him and take him down, which is why Flynn became a target immediately. So they did take down Flynn, but it was kind of like in taking him down, they didn't take down the system that Flynn had set up around Trump. And so when Trump began to retaliate against the deep state, who were leaking all of these classified documents, he activated this group of military intelligence officials around him that had been basically installed by Michael Flynn, and deactivated them and used them to start seeding into the public what's going down, what the deep state's plans were doing. And there's been some real amazing revelations from Q. One that is particularly important for me, and which we actually discussed, was the ballistic missile attack in Hawaii on January 13 of this year. Q actually talked about that a number of times, saying that this was a false flag attack that had been orchestrated by this kind of rogue submarine associated with the deep state's secret navy.
we're going to end it here. So Flynn is connected with the Defense Intelligence Agency, he was the director of that, and Q is connected with him, and Flynn set up these people around Trump to give him correct information. Flynn, in my mind, is then a true great hero that was set up to take a fall, but he got things set up before he went down. Interesting. It's Roger Martin from Village, Montana. Good day.